Listen up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your evil hearts could desire from these nincompoops. Jason, Corey, Elgin, and Spoody.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where a punk rock band of brothers get together to talk about one of our shared loves, toy collecting. We're here to celebrate how these little colorful pieces of plastic can transform you into a little kid again. What? Nah, gosh,
I just think a tad every time you say that.
That's great. I think a tad
Make
often
me a
too.
little kid again.
If this is your first episode or you're new to the show, hey, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We work so hard on this podcast. Well, some of us do. We're also, you're going to find out soon enough, we're not toy experts or anything like that. We're just enthusiasts. We just like talking toys, so we're not going to get everything right. So get off our backs already. Let's introduce the band, your fellow podcast co-hosts. On lead vocals and rhythm guitar, he's our real American hero. It's Corey Canny.
Hola, ¿cómo estás frijoles, Coca-Cola? That means how you bean pop.
On vocals and lead guitar and a true master of the universe, he's the quiet one, Elgin Arney.
Yes, sir, no, sir, hot dog, Coca-Cola.
I didn't. You speak 3 languages?
Next up on bass guitar, he's more than meets the eye. He's our Transformers guy. It's Spoody.
Hello.
Hi. That was soft.
Thanks.
Just like Spoody.
And on drums, hey, it's me. I'm Jason, and I'm here to share my love of horror, Funko Pops, and oh my gosh, the Transformers. Love them, love them, love them. We have a very exciting topic today. Normally, one toy is a cool thing, but imagine taking 2 of your favorite things and mashing them together. It automatically makes the new thing twice as awesome.
Like pickles and Reese's peanut butter cups.
That sounds
hookers and
disgusting. Oh my God.
Snickers.
I used to eat peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwiches when I was a kid.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Today, we're going to be talking about crossover toys. Not gross foods. We're also going to visit a toy store from the Midwest near one of our favorite stops on tour. So that'll be a lot of fun. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter at Cracktastic Pod and on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Cracktastic Plastic. The word on the street says our new TikTok is so good.
So good.
That new one that we just posted, guys.
Yeah.
Wink. I'm trying to just encourage. I want to get this TikTok going without having to actually do TikToking myself.
Yeah, me too.
No.
Same.
What's
Corey?
TikTok?
And you can find all these things also on we have a website, Cracktastic.
I kind of hope Corey doesn't figure out what TikTok is.
I
it'll
do
be bad
know. I
things.
know that you can't like show your dick on
He
it.
could be
Okay.
so good at it, though. He's so
Like you're not allowed to do that.
No. But what you are allowed to do is while you're on the internet, you can stop by our sponsors page, toyhacks.com. That's right. For all your repro label needs, stop on by. They also have this armory where you can get some toy-accurate, 3D printed weaponry for lots of cool toys. That's toyhacks.com. Oh, I forgot to breathe through some of that. But right now, let's talk about what toys we picked up lately in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
Listen up, you fools! If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander. In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again. But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels my superb rule of Cobra. Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
All right, we're back. Corey, what do you got over there? Besides a bad case of whatever that was.
That was. In keeping with, well, not really keep blah, 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 blah. It's same as last episode, going through shit in my basement and found extra shit that I decided that I thought the colors should be different. So,
Cool.
this guy I knew I had. This is the Wild Weasel. That's Wild Weasel. He is the pilot for the Cobra Rattler. And
Ooh, the Rattler's cool.
yeah, it is cool. It's like Cobra. It's Cobra's answer to the Sky Striker, and it's badass. And
Is it Rattler or Rattler?
If it's not a G.I. Joe.
Rattler.
Because there's a motif figure
Yeah,
called
Rattler.
Rattler.
I bet he's a snake thing.
Yeah, he is. He rattles too.
And then here's the other Wild Weasel that I had that
Whoa.
I found that I didn't realize I had 2 of him. And I decided that, and he was that color. But his crotch was broken. You can't really tell now because I repaired it. And I decided that he needed to be black and silver. And so I painted him. I thought he looked cool.
That's way cooler. I mean, not cooler, but
I threw in some details. Like you look at his boots, you can see like his zippers on the boots are silver, and I did all the buckles in silver. And yeah, I just thought it'd be cool. I don't know how I'm going to use him yet. I think so. And the other thing, if you look closely, you can see that their arms are different. And it's because after I finished painting that one, I was trying to pose him, and I broke his arm clean off right at the shoulder. Just snapped it right the fuck off. And I was like, oh, man. Well, at least I have one that doesn't suck. And so I found I have this bag of junk. Like it's like core figures and other pieces and parts, and I just found I found a good set of matching arms and just painted them up. But in my head, he's gonna be the pilot for when I finally actually order the Toy Hacks sticker set for my Sky Striker to turn him into Starscream.
very cool.
I think it'll look cool in there.
Sweet.
And then this guy, he's several different parts, and like if you look at him, you can see that I painted his legs and I painted his arm or his shirt and gloves and stuff. Let's see. The torso is Outback. The legs are from General Hawk, and the head is from Big Brawler. No, Big something. I don't remember his name. Anyway, so I was like, oh well, I'm just gonna kind of kit bash this and paint it up and see how it turns out, and it turned out to look exactly like every youth pastor I've ever seen. So I guess his G.I. Joe code name is Youth Pastor.
Oh my gosh.
Like, the colors turned out really good, and I was just looking at his dumb fucking face, and I'm just like, this is every youth pastor I had when I was a kid. He's got that happy smile on his face, like he's like a good Christian boy.
Nice paint job though, man. That's awesome.
It's okay. I think I just used paint pens, and I missed a spot on his shirt on the left
I
side.
just saw it. Your other left.
But yeah, I used
I'm just looking at the
used
back
some
jerk.
paint pens that I probably got at Hobby Lobby or something. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it
I'm
worked
thinking
out
about
well.
trying to find some chrome ones to hit a
So
lot of things.
for the silver on this, I used a Sharpie.
Yeah.
I used a silver Sharpie.
Awesome.
Because fine point and fine details, and like, I mean, if you look closely at this, like I did all the buckles, and like there's even a little buckle on his leg, and yeah, I actually really liked how the zippers on his legs turned out. I think that looks really cool.
But if you want to redo the chrome for Transformers, the Hobby Lobby has a chrome
pens.
paint pens that
Nice.
work well. They also have gold.
See, now
Or
I got a
silver
silver paint pen from Hobby Lobby, and it was like a fine point. And instead of being felt like a Sharpie style, it was like this plastic thing that had a bunch of little like points on it that came down into a cone. And those suck. Okay. They're terrible. Like it worked like barely once, and then it just dried up and didn't work anymore after that. And I spent like $5 or $6 on it. I was pissed because I wanted something to replace like touching up silver with the Sharpie, and I just haven't been able to find anything better than that.
Yeah, the ones at Hobby Lobby are like $12 or $13 or something.
That new one, maybe I shouldn't say, but has kind of a Star Wars vibe to him too.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah. He's kind of Star Wars looking. Like
You could be operating a laser of some kind.
Yeah.
Or a new giant Starscream. I can't wait.
I know. I need to. I'm gonna order. I'm like I've been eyeballing it forever, and I need to get it done, and because I really want that Sky Striker Starscream in my collection. I think it'll look awesome as hell.
Cool.
Awesome, Elgin.
I
Whoa.
got some new Origin figures. This is Wave 7, so the newest wave that's out. They were at Target. They did not have Sorceress, which is the 4th figure of this wave.
Of course.
It's probably in the back with some employee fondling it.
Mm-hmm.
First one is Jitsu. I have this one as a vintage figure. He doesn't do the action feature, which the original did, which I kind of wish it did, because you could move his arm and it would
It's like
karate chop.
spring-loaded.
Yeah, it would karate chop, and this doesn't. This
Isn't
is
he the guy that rides Stridor?
No,
Ha ha! That's
thought you said
Fisto,
Jitsu.
isn't it?
it is. This is Jitsu.
Is it?
No, I meant-
is it
Oh.
Red's the other one.
Fisto?
Fisto rides Strider, and
Oh,
He
Night
rides
Stalker.
Night
Ah, I
Stalker.
got him wrong.
yeah.
I was close.
Anyway, he
Oh,
has he
yeah.
has a little sword, like a katana-esque sword.
And he's got the
Super
the
chop.
he's got the gauntlet.
Yeah, his little hand is formed in that chopping motion. He like dipped it in gold, so it always chop forever.
So you chopped off Thanos'
Yeah,
hand. And,
yeah.
does that come off?
Nope. Well, the hand might actually.
If you pull hard enough. it'll-
No,
Yeah.
I mean, like I didn't know if like it was
Probably,
a
I don't
glove or like if there was a smaller
Well,
hand in there.
they did gloves for the wrestler ones.
Oh, okay.
You need to
Um,
bedazzle his glove, so it's the
I'm
Infinity
pretty
Gauntlet.
bedazzled as it is.
At least the stone's on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I got him. Like I got the vintage one on tour one time for like $12.
Heck yeah.
So
He's kind of got a lazy eye.
yeah, the vintage one looks even worse. Well, I'd say worse by looks more
Like
racist,
a pug, like
more-
they're. Oh, right. Okay.
Gotcha.
I thought maybe because they're like going different
Yeah.
directions.
They made him a little less.
Yeah. Who
Stereotypical.
did we decide the other day? Like the
Oh, yeah.
what's his name that played Charlie Chan?
Mickey Rooney.
Yeah, Mickey Rooney. Yeah.
He looks like you remember that character actor from the '80s that was in he was in Die Hard, and he was in Big Trouble in Little Tokyo.
Yeah, Little China.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, Big Trouble in Little China.
There's
Yeah.
a Showdown in Little Tokyo. Is what I'm thinking. Of.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he was in that one. It was like Ken.
Watanabe.
No, Ken Leanne or
Wasabi.
something.
Oh.
Anyway, the character
Yeah.
actor, he looks kind of like that too. Oops, there goes the sword. And I also got Buzz Off, which I have also as a vintage figure. His kind of wings open up like that.
Oh, it's so awesome.
He's got a little axe, which I don't know why he has this as a weapon. He had it as a vintage weapon, as a vintage figure as well. He has this little axe with a the handle around it, and it just kind of loops. Because he doesn't really have hands. He has like claws, he has insect claws. Which could be weapons themselves, like Zoidberg,
Yeah.
coming at you. And the top, this little, his thing comes off too, that little helmet thing.
Yeah.
Which actually I like better because they made his antenna longer in this version. On the vintage one, they're just little nubs up there. And on this, there's holes through that, so it'll link through it. And,
Oh, yeah.
and
Hold it on there.
yeah, it actually stays on because the vintage one does not at all. But yeah.
So that means that the vintage one is always lost and impossible to find and cost $1 million. If you
Pretty
do
much,
find one.
yeah. I think I bought a 100% complete one for, I don't know, $20, $25.
Oh,
or
that's
something
not
like
bad.
that. Yeah, they're not super expensive.
I'll
figures.
bet though, if you like got on eBay and looked for the vintage helmet,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
going to be $25.
Yeah,
easy.
for sure. It's better just to buy a complete figure with that for the vintage. And the wings should come off. They did anyway.
Now you got booty.
Yeah, got an implant. But yeah, that's it. He made an appearance. I
I like
think.
the color of his eyes.
Was he was supposed to make an appearance on the new show. I can't remember if he did or not now. With the bird people.
Well, he looks happy.
They showed up.
Yeah, briefly.
I haven't watched it yet.
And- Anyway.
Big battle scene.
Yeah, at
Oh,
the
it's
end.
good for you.
Anyway,
sure
so
it
that his name is Buzz Off.
Of course it is.
Because he's a bee. And then the last one I got was Stratos, but it's the variant or the mini comic version, or as we like to call him, the late night Stratos.
Late night Stratos.
Because he's basically naked, except for his little underoos. He's a different color. The original one would be gray with the blue backpack and red wings, and this is blue wings with a red backpack. That's the variant of it.
But this is the first version of Stratos. in the
No,
series?
the gray. No, this is. They had one in Wave 2, which
Okay.
was the gray, the
normal.
vintage one.
Yeah.
When the vintage one, it was the same figure but just different accessories. And this was the mini comic one, which I have that Loyal Subjects line of that, and now they actually made a figure of it, which was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
If you
Variants
push
are
hard
cool.
enough, his axe goes like in. There's like a little bit of a
A nub.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So he was like his original one was all gray, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there is, I did see there's a Marvel Legends figure called Wild Child, and you can take the feet off of Wild Child and put them onto his feet, because Wild Child's feet actually have toes with little claw nails, and that's what he should have, but he doesn't. He just has the regular
So now
feet.
you need to get one of those. And
Yeah,
give him
I've
his-
already looked on eBay. They're like $12. So I
Oh.
was like, I'll just buy a loose one, because
Yeah.
I'm just going to pull the feet off of
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to find the cheapest one
That'd be
I can
cool.
find. And
Have a
then
parts guy.
I've seen people on Instagram do it. So I was like, why not? It would make him a little more. Because on that Loyal Subject, he had the little claw toes. I'm
Yep,
like,
yep.
that'll kind of match up. So it's the same coloring as well. It's kind of this darker, kind of tanned,
Late
or
night
flesh
Stratos.
colored figure as well. So got those all at Target in Burlington.
Yay.
Yay, Target.
One more to go.
Yeah. I need to find that one.
Yeah. We'll keep our eyes out.
Yeah.
All
Is
right.
it- you said it's a sorceress.
Yes.
And how different is it than the sorceress that came with Castle Grayskull?
It's colored like the vintage figure.
Oh, okay.
So it's got like the white and blue,
More
and
blue,
kind
yeah.
of the more
Yeah.
normal color, I guess. I don't know if you want to call it normal, but like the one that would be in the cartoons, like in Filmation and
Right.
then even in the Masterverse.
Castle
like that
Grayskull
color.
was more white and goldeny.
Yeah, it was.
right?
I don't know if it was
Golden.
gold. It was like mainly white, almost like the movie version, if you want to even think like, because hers was like all white. That sorceress, like her dress and everything. So it's kind of similar to that, I guess. But it's literally just a repaint. That's all it is. There's nothing new
Yeah.
other than.
But you need it.
But I need it because it completes that wave. Must have. That's all I got.
All right, Spooty.
I got the RED Optimus Primal.
Optimal Primus.
Optimal Primus, yeah.
Bumblebee Tuna.
There is an Optimal Optimus.
Is there?
Yep.
Not, yeah. He's probably one of the better RED figures I've seen. His little back piece is kind of loose. It just pegs on there, but it's pretty sweet that the forearms open up for his little guns. He does come with other hands and like his
that's cool.
his sabers or whatever.
Any blast effects?
No.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Oh,
and
his
they
saber,
actually
yeah.
combine to be like a big two-handed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Sword things, yep.
But like the
Oh,
hands
nice.
don't really. I couldn't get them in the hand earlier, so
Uh-huh.
the hands that are made for it don't really work so
He
great.
looks
But that's kind of how
awesome.
that's been with all of them.
Do you have to use these hands
Yeah,
that are okay?
that's how like all of them have been. Like the hands don't really open enough to
Right.
put their
I
weapons
think
in it.
yeah, you had another one.
So
Yeah.
he's pretty close to the vintage.
Well, the
one.
vintage one's actually sitting next to you.
Yeah, he looks good,
Yeah.
man.
I like the.
And the little pistons in the legs actually move, and
Oh, nice.
Cool.
That
Yeah,
is
for a
cool.
toy that doesn't transform, he looks awesome.
I saw at the corner store they had Optimus Primal, but it was the one where you change him, like his head's inside.
yeah,
It's only like this big.
yeah. I almost got that the other day.
And will
I picked up like 2 or 3 different things there. They had Titans Return, like Shrapnel, one of the Insecticons,
Mhm.
which I don't think I have, but it was like still in the box.
They had some mint on card stuff.
Yeah.
Joist. Is that guy?
Hoist.
Hoist. I think Hoist was in the-
Joist.
Mm.
He's roofing material.
Exactly. 10-penny nail. And
Oh,
And that's all I got.
cool. I got something that'll be just a nice segue in today's topic.
Sure.
The pre-order for it came out maybe a month or so ago, and I missed it because it like happened during the day, and
Son
it
of
sold
a-
out right away. The pre-order because it was a Target exclusive. We love exclusives.
oh yeah, so great.
I don't know if it's a Target exclusive, but it was only sold at pre-order at Target. And I missed it, and I was like bummed because I really want it because it does combine two of my favorite things. It is a crossover toy. It's but then it came back out this last Sunday, I think, and like
Nice.
jumped on it right away. Bam. And I think
So
they
what it
might
sounds
be
like when you
sold
jump on something.
out when I do it. There's more grunting. No, it's the new Draculus. It combines Universal Monsters and Dracula, and
Cool.
he's freaking amazing. He comes with soft goods. He's got his cape, and half of this, and he's a repaint of Rat Bat, or which one is it? I can't.
Rat bastard.
Bat rat.
It's so smart and cool
Man bat.
because it's Dracula and he turns into a bat,
Yeah.
a vampire bat. It's like it's
Well,
perfect.
duh. I mean,
it's
what is-
perfect.
what else is he going to turn into?
It's freaking awesome. And
Suppose he could have turned into a coffin.
and not only is the toy itself super cool, but this packaging is amazing. It's worth talking about. It comes in this VHS tape style box. You can see on the side it's got the tape with the little tab you want to break out so you don't record over it,
Yeah.
and you know, with the label, and it slides out. We'll look at the back first. It slides out and it stays in the box, and it's VHS tape. And it says the name of the toy. It's really awesome.
Cool.
And all the way around, it's stylized like it. But then the toy itself, it's Dracula as a bat. He's got a nice little suit on, you know, with the silver, and he comes with
Mind wipe.
Mind Wipe. That's what it is. Yep. The headmaster
here's
bat.
two
Oh,
more
you called him
versions of
Rat
him.
Bat?
So Rat Bat is
The cassette tape.
a cassette tape.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. He's fucking awesome, and I love him. And
I think I remember like sending you. I was like, "Hey, you getting that thing?" Like when it first came out.
oh, all my horror friends were sending it to me. They're like, dude, it's your like favorite thing. It's like two of your favorite things. I'm like, oh no.
Draculus.
Dracula's
How many different people sent that to you?
4 to 5?
Yeah.
Not serious, yeah.
Yeah.
And all the groups I'm in, and my other podcaster friend. Yeah, so super stoked to get him. He's like $30, so he's probably $10 more than he should be. But this packaging is amazing.
That's part of it.
They retooled his head, I believe. So he's got a new head, and maybe the chest is different too.
Is
Not
he
just
still a
paint.
headmaster?
I don't think he is. I think he has a new head sculpt that's not a headmaster. When it gets to you, you can.
Try pulling it off and see.
I'm not. No, please no on that. No.
Yeah, use your teeth.
But
That's how I usually do it.
I want to take him out and play with him. But like this packaging's so cool.
Yeah.
It does
Yeah.
allow you to put him back in there, so he could hang out in a loose box. Okay.
Provided you don't completely wreck the bubble,
Maybe
because a
not the
lot of these
case.
bubbles that are like they're formed around them. And
No, there's no
There's nothing.
Oh, okay.
plastic in
Yeah.
him. Hasbro's
That's
trying
good.
real hard to get away from plastic.
because like all the
Yeah.
well, not all, but a few of the Transformers that I've gotten for Ren recently, like you basically have to destroy the plastic.
Dude, it's hard to get some out. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm afraid of snapping some of them weapons trying
Yeah.
to get them out of that shrink wrap.
So it is a not a headmaster.
Right?
The chest sculpt is different, and the hands are different too.
Yay! So it is a
So
new.
it's new.
It is new.
They
I
should
mean,
just go back to styrofoam.
It's definitely based
inserts.
on that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And then you just
God.
burn them.
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus, what are you?
done and done.
So yeah, that's a new thing I picked up. Draculus. He's
original,
awesome,
robot
and I
mode.
love him. And
He's awesome.
It's
He's
the
really
best
cool.
of both worlds for me.
I love that
Horror
packaging. That's
and the
awesome.
I do too. I'm
packaging.
really curious. Like there's no way to know, but I'm curious about like what's keeping it from sliding out the rest of the way.
Right. The the engineering of the box.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
yeah.
I mean, just pull harder, you'll find out.
Well,
Yeah,
that's,
that's
you know, you get your own and find out. But yeah, so crossovers, guys.
Yes.
I was, you know, I love the idea of crossovers. I always have. I feel like we all had lots of crossover ideas when we were children growing up. We're like, oh, why? Well, always like Transformers or cars, but why these cars? But GI Joe has cars.
I mean,
so
I
why
definitely
can't they be the same.
I
you know?
definitely just played with all of them together.
right.
Yeah. True.
Like my Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow were constantly battling He-Man because he was way bigger than them, and so they were trying to beat him up.
But I love it. I love the idea of it. It's never old to me. It's really cool, and anything to bring toys and toy lines together, I think it's super
Yeah.
freaking cool. What do you guys think about?
I wish there
How do you
were.
feel
I
about
wish there were more for Motu stuff.
I wish there were more actual crossover toys.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of crossover stuff that happened in comics, like with
Right.
G.I. Joe and with Mask and with Transformers. There was a lot of crossover stuff there. But there's, as far as I know personally, there was only ever one crossover toy produced, like kind of mass produced and not even super mass produced, and that was the Matt Tracker figure in the G.I. Joe scale, but he was the pilot of whatever that flying Camaro thing was from Mask.
Right.
And that's the only one that there have been some other stuff, like some convention stuff, but those are more like exclusives because they did the Starscream Sky Striker and they did the Jetfire Sky Striker and some other, like there have been a few, like at least 3 or 4 different Sky Striker crossovers that were done for comic conventions that were Transformers. But I don't know of anything that was actually produced as far as G.I. Joe is concerned other than Matt Tracker.
Well, yeah, I brought one with me that's
Yeah.
I don't. It's not that even that it's officially a crossover,
Yeah.
but it does have the Cobra emblem on it, right?
It's got that, and that emblem is specifically for the Cobra Rattler, which is
So I
kind of
wouldn't
what
know
this
that.
turns into. It's like the jet mode is a little different because like the engines are in the back instead of in the wings, but it's the same colors, and that's definitely what they were going for. With that,
They're calling it the Viper.
yeah,
It's a
Decepticon
snake.
Viper.
Just a different
Word.
snake.
Yeah, and Vipers are the army builders that everyone buys and
Right.
hoards, and but that's my first time ever seeing that one.
Yeah, I mean, definitely have to admit that
I've never seen it either.
Transformers are spoiled
Yeah,
with crossovers. They seem to be doing a lot over the years too, not just recently with the
Yeah.
actual new crossover.
wasn't there
line.
like some Ninja Turtle stuff too?
There were a
Or-
little bit of Ninja Turtle stuff. There was late early 2000s they did Marvel.
Oh
actually
yeah,
did a bunch. There was Wolverines that were cars, Spider-Man, a lot of the Marvel superheroes.
yeah.
They did a crossover line with those. Those were one of the first ones that really they tried mashing some big properties into.
Yeah.
I'll share this here. This was back in the Combiner Wars. They took a little.
Say, Hot Wheels has done
Oh,
a lot of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just with their paints and
Yeah, I mean, there's the Motu ones. There's,
Yep. They've done several different lines of Motu stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
None of the
But Mattel owns Hot Wheels, so
Yeah.
that makes sense.
none of the G.I. Joe stuff has been actually like official like Hot Wheels or Matchbox or anything. They've done some of that stuff, but it's all like off-brand. I don't know, like Maisto or whatever they are.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for that, Skeletron Transformer.
oh, it looks so.
Is that a
cool.
real thing?
No, it's an
No.
artist rendition
Oh,
of
okay.
something. Like
Yeah,
it, it looks like
But
it
it's
should
only
be.
a matter of time.
Yeah, it.
looks like Megatron
Yeah.
with a Skeletor head and
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
remember that now. I
color
think you sent
scheme
that
of
to us.
Skeletor. And
Yep.
always see it once a week.
I know.
and it's like, gosh.
I just wish they existed. I did see there's a guy we follow on Instagram called Toy Snobs, and he's actually making these. You can order them on his website. They're Ninja Turtle combined with Motu stuff. So he has two of them. The first one was Turtle Tor, so Skeletor and a turtle. And he just put out Tordak, which is Hordak and a turtle.
So I feel like Skeleturtle would have been a
yeah. Turtle Tor is kind of a mouthful, but Toy Snobs they have those out now. I think you could pre-order them and stuff, but and they're like fighting and it looks really cool. And I kind of want to get them at some point, but and then what I've been collecting for a while is these wrestler Motu guys.
Yeah, those are really good.
Mr. T is like kind of a Jitsu-esque character. I didn't bring any of their accessories because I didn't want to lose them. But he has like a fist you can put on and then the chopping hand as well.
Yeah.
And Hulk Hogan here. I didn't bring his axe. His double axe handle type move.
Something. I mean, they've been doing a really good job with these, like the head sculpts.
There's a Stratos version that
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio, kind of version of, variant.
It's a pretty good version.
Yeah, as soon as I started feeling bad for Motu, I forgot about this
and then,
line.
Stone Cold with his so snake eye. Look at his eyes on that.
Oh my!
They're yellow to like a snake and having that pupil that's up and down.
I wish that his. I mean, I know that it never.
Huh?
Yeah, I know. I wish that his mask came off, but
it's not supposed to. It's a huge door.
I know.
This guy pities the.
That's a New Day, and so it's like Manny faces. So there's 3 different faces. When you turn this, you get all 3 faces of the New Day because they're a triple tag team. And then good old Undertaker as a Scarecrow.
Yay!
Which almost made it on the old top 5.
Oh, so close.
But I could have brought all of them really because they're all great.
This line is amazing.
I know
they've done
so
such a great job, and they're ending it. They've ended it.
Oh, really? So there's
ending,
there's the one line left that
there's Wave 7 and Wave 8. That's it.
And
it's so smart.
So
exactly.
Which wave have they not released yet?
7 and 8.
Oh, okay. I wasn't okay.
Well, I just saw Jason Zabornik got Wave 8, all 3 figures.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know. I think he got them at Walmart probably.
Really? Oh.
But there's only 3 in that one. The last wave only has 3, which is weird because all of them have been 4, and then the Wave 7 is the other 4.
That's crazy because I've been watching everywhere and I haven't seen anything. I didn't think they had even been released yet.
They might have came out for Black Friday. Possibly. I don't. I just saw that he had 3 of them, so I was like, from that wave, from Wave 8.
Yeah.
And that's the one that's been released more. I've seen more anyway, than Wave 7. Wave 7 is almost non-existent.
And what's it called again? Masters
of the WWE Eternia, or they call it Masters of the WWE Universe, or it's kind of different. If you search for it, it's kind of different ways, but WWE Eternia works better because of the WWE, and then it just continues with Eternia. But these are awesome. I mean, the play sets, the rings are great. The figures are spot on to like vintage stuff, and it's like you said, it's very
the
smart.
Ultimate Warrior
so
ones.
Smart.
Really
The way they combine the 2 characters.
Yeah,
it was not just.
They didn't
just pick 2 out of a hat. It is smartly done.
Yeah. And the Scarecrow Undertaker is the best one.
It is. Whoops, his phone falls off.
Just pop his head right off.
It's because his hair was like, I don't know. They gave him Triclops armor, but yeah, like his head just kind of sits on there.
This is a perfect
But the Jake the Snake one and this one are probably the 2 best ones, really.
What about Ricky the Steamboat Dragon?
He's good too. But yeah, that really. Other than that, I don't really have any other crossovers. Mainly because I thought these because I collect them all the time. But yeah, and then the Toy Snob stuff and like you said, the Hot Wheels, I guess too, for Motu.
So would you consider like Lego like there's Lego Harry Potter, there's
Sure.
And then there's also like the Creo and Mega Constructs.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would
just
consider
licenses of a different.
But they don't really do. I mean, the Mega Constructs has like just regular blocks.
Yeah.
But
I mean, for me, I love these. I wish they would make more. I wish they would keep the line going and not have ended it.
I wish they would make enough of what they've made already.
That too. And re-release all the waves.
Yeah.
Because they're they put out basically like 2 of each figure to a Walmart.
And it'll really, really
Sells
super
out.
suck if you got all of them and then you just can't find waves 7 and 8.
Yeah, I'm trying not to think about that.
That's
I'll
kind of what
remind you.
WWE does with their figures, though.
Yeah,
They know that they
sell out immediately.
sell out and they get put on the secondhand market.
Yeah,
Speaking of turtles, NECA's just starting to put out a new wave. I think they did it a few years ago, but they started a new wave where they're combining Universal monsters, so kind of
Yeah.
like
they did it
this,
in the past.
and turtles. And I know they just I should have wrote them all down.
They did a.
They just had one come out.
Frankenstein's monster.
Yep.
That one just came out. That one looks really cool.
And they look awesome. Yeah, they're
But yeah,
this
they did them back in the day
big,
too.
hulky, little dark, seedy monster, but it's a turtle. And
Yeah.
it looks really awesome. It's
I'm
a
trying
cool
to think.
thing.
They did a Dracula, Frankenstein monster. I want to say like a mummy, and then
Yeah.
Invisible Man maybe. I'd have to relook at it, but I know they've done them in before, and they look cool. Those look cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, I know one of my favorite things that has come out.
This is your fault. You
I know.
showed it.
I have no, like, I think Shane told me about these because there's a comic book also. And like, but yeah, this My Little Prime, like My Little Pony Optimus Prime crossover thing, I think it's freaking awesome.
Never in a million years would I have thought there would be a My Little Pony crossover.
Yeah.
I was looking at it today online, and there's one My Little Pony with Ghostbusters.
Is there?
Yeah.
They could easily make Night Stalker and Strider.
Oh, yeah.
Why not? They're
Why would
already
they?
horses.
Maybe they did, and we just haven't. Nobody's bothered to look. I don't know.
Maybe you should do a custom.
Prime.
Yeah.
yeah.
Paint 'em up.
Repaint it.
Oh, man.
Find one of these to repaint.
So cool. Well, yeah. Transformers definitely got lucky. We, like I'm on the team.
You aren't?
They've been doing a crossover line for a while now. They call it collaborative.
Okay.
But collaborative line. I've got most of them so far, and I've showed them all before. But they
Yeah.
got this great one called Gigawatt. It's Back to the Future. It's the car, man.
Yeah, and those were like they were easy enough to find. I kind of
Yep.
wish I had gotten them, like, because like I saw them on the shelves several times. I mean, you can't find them now, but like
Yeah, I
really-
wish I would have got this one, the Ecto.
Ecto
Yeah.
1.
and I mean because of the new Ghostbusters movie, that one on the secondary market's through the roof.
Yep.
Um,
They redid it like I was going to say Target version where it comes in a plastic bubble and he comes
Yeah.
in robot form
mhm.
and he
I
has
think Russell
Muncher
has that
comes with
one.
it. But I opted for this version because look at that retro box.
That box
you
is
know?
so good.
It looks like the old.
And it comes with Slimer instead.
Yeah.
And that car looks so good. I mean, the robot looks good too, but man,
Have you had these out of the box?
no sir.
Are you,
I haven't opened any of them.
are you
And
gonna?
if you-
Are you going to?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen the new Ghostbusters, you
It's
I,
so
and I,
good.
which I
Definitely.
haven't.
It's awesome.
It was.
I like the function of Gigawatt is time traveler.
Yeah, the tech specs
You're
are
never
on
out
the
of
back.
time when you're a time machine. When Marty and Doc Brown need to ride through time, Gigawatt is
there-
ready to fly.
Is there anywhere on the robot mode where you can see the the flux capacitor?
I believe so. Right in his chest.
yeah, it's right in the chest.
Oh, badass!
Paranormal investigator. When life splatters you with marshmallow goo, just go with it. When the Ghostbusters need a ride to the next paranormal hotspot, it's nice to have one who can also handle a proton pack.
Nice, man.
And then they could also do like the Mr. Fusion version from
Oh yeah,
Part 2.
Yeah, I really wish I would have picked these up when
this is cool.
when they
These are
were.
both cool.
Yeah. And then I got this ultimate expanse of the X-Men Jet. I think he's freaking amazing and cool. There's people give him shit for like feeling cheap, but he's giant and he looks cool as hell and he comes with big Wolverine style claws.
Sweet.
And he comes with a little mini figures just to kind of show the scale, some X-Men figures. Oh, he's so I think in robot
he's
mode he
got
looks so
Sabretooth
cool.
and Wolverine there as figures.
He looks so cool.
So my opinion on these is
Awesome.
Gigawatt's robot form
Chunky.
not awesome, not great.
Yep.
Ectotron's robot form is definitely better than Gigawatt.
Mm-hmm.
But man, they're cool.
Right?
So
This is like a very 97.
So
this is
so with
that would
those-
have been my answer to the question that we didn't get to in our last episode. What toy did you not buy that you wish you had?
Oh, yeah.
Because I definitely wish I had gotten those.
So you always display your Transformers in robot mode.
I do.
Would you, if you took those out of the box, would you display those in robot mode?
I probably would.
Or would you be like Flyboy and go get an extra one so that you can?
Dude, I text. Oh, what? Oh, I sent him pictures of Optimus when I opened them.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You fucking opened him?" He spent the whole night giving me shit about opening them.
Yeah, and then he's gonna throw it.
You're never gonna sell it.
I know. That's
Right.
what I was thinking. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm never selling this.
Right.
No.
I want it.
And
Play
by
with
the
it.
time you're dead and someone else decides to sell it, that probably won't matter if it's in the box or not.
No. Yeah. I've.
Well, and the thing is, even if you, like, the chances of finding one that was open that was much cheaper,
Yep.
to sell the one that's still sealed, like, it's hardly worth it.
Yeah. I've 180'd on the opening toys
I know.
question. It's so.
Russell has speaking of crossovers, he has still in box one of the. I'm sure you probably have it too. The Pepsi Optimus Prime.
Mhm.
Don't.
Oh, you don't have that one? And I think the trailer is actually a bottle.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, and I've never seen that one opened and transformed. I've only ever seen his in the box.
So I don't think the trailer does anything. It's just
okay.
it's like a flatbed that holds a bottle.
Okay.
So, which I don't think it actually comes with
There's
a
a-
bottle. It's like a
there's
little
a-
cardboard piece.
Oh, it might be. I guess I never paid close enough attention. He can answer us if he ever listens to this.
There's a new Optimus slated to come out crossover that's an Amazon Prime exclusive that's of the Amazon truck.
Oh, really?
Semi.
That's
Awesome.
awesome. I want one of those.
Right, it's dumb and it's bad. And I agree with Spooty's head shaking over there. But yeah, maybe that's cool,
I mean,
right?
yeah, you play when you're playing with them. You can like you can have your delivery guy come to the door.
I mean, they should just give me one because I've been a member since '99.
Yeah,
Right?
they should.
Right?
Back when it was still just books.
Just books, yeah. That's all it was.
And I missed. There's one I missed that was a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. One of those that's you put it in your cart, and when you finally go to get it, it's freaking sold
Yeah.
out. God, it happens too much to me. But I forgot what his
What's
name
this
was.
putting in the cart? You just buy.
I got a priority.
say-
I got so many carts.
I
I
just-
got to just take turns.
I heard pudding and I stopped listening.
But they made one of the Top Gun jet that's based a Top Gun crossover.
Oh, yeah.
Maverick, they might have
Yeah.
called it.
Yeah,
and
probably.
he doesn't. He's like a brand new sculpt too.
Sweet.
And there's a new one coming out, Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah,
little
those
set.
look cool.
Yeah,
both,
there's
both the Rover and the
that Explorer guy's a brand new toy.
yeah.
there's a T-Rex.
It's only like
T-Rex.
$100.
$104
T-Rex.
for
Jeez.
2 toys.
Yeah.
A lot of licensing from Universal and
Yeah.
that Ford.
And it's this like the same. Well, that's actually
It's
the
the same, but different.
G1 version or the Beast Wars version. But
I brought a couple more.
it's the same one they put out in for War for Cybertron like twice already.
Is it? It's
3
the
times.
same sculpt, just different
Yeah,
colors.
it's just different colors.
Jeez. What is the
I
point?
suppose this counts as a crossover. I
Yeah, it
got
does.
Optimus. I don't know what his official name is.
Optimus Potato.
Potato Prime.
I don't know. It's a Mr. Spud,
Optimus Spud. Yeah.
and he's Optimus. Yeah, another one of them like dollar Goodwill finds. I don't know.
Does he have any parts on
I
it?
don't
Looks
know.
like he's been sitting in the sun for a while.
I have no idea.
Nothing.
His arms are orange.
baked potato.
Man, his arms come off.
Nice. And a couple other ones, and then they also
That's awesome.
after Transformers had done that Marvel crossover, somewhere between there and there, they did Star Wars crossover with a lot of Star Wars toys. I have a Death
Yeah.
Star that turns into Darth Vader, and again, what was it? $3 at a Goodwill. He's missing his feet, but he looks kind of cool.
It looks pretty cool.
Got another TIE fighter that turns into what's his name? Darth Vader. Just kidding. Just kidding. They made a lot of them.
I have somewhere half of the Millennium Falcon, the Chewbacca half.
Yeah, that was cool though. It was like it was Chewbacca and Han Solo combined to form Millennium Falcon. That's so smart, right? It's cool.
Yeah, I only have half of it.
They had X-wings that turned as Luke Skywalker.
Oh, nice.
That was his plane. So there's some thought into these.
But they were usually like pretty bad robot versions.
Yeah, they're not great.
Yeah, no.
But
Well, actually, I mean this
that's not bad.
yeah, this Darth Vader is actually pretty cool. I like the way that like it with the shield and the cape and stuff. That's pretty cool. Did a good job there.
Yeah, and there was a bunch of planes turned into a bunch of the characters and all the vehicles kind of thing. So that's a neat little crossover.
I mean, they didn't put out a Jar Jar, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there any crossovers you think they haven't made yet that would be cool? I know we've kind of touched on it before, but
yeah, it's like all
G.I.
of
Joe
them.
vehicles that turned into robots.
oh
Yeah.
my God, that's
Yeah.
what we need. Right?
So obvious.
I know.
And guess what? If only they were owned by the same company. But
Oh.
wait, they are.
Oh, I know.
Hasbro, what is going on?
Really, any of the Motu vehicles could be
Yeah.
transformed into
Why couldn't
something.
this happen?
I mean, pretty much just everything needs to be a transformer.
Any of the vehicles
Yeah.
really are probably the
Yeah.
best. option.
It is an easy thing to do a crossover with.
Yeah, I would be fantastic to get like a scaled Sky Striker that actually transformed into
Ooh, baby.
not to Starscream or any of the
Or
other.
Whirl in your copter that you just had.
Yeah,
Or Megatron in his tank.
yeah,
Like there could be so many freaking...
yeah.
Yeah,
Would you do
when-
Megatron
like
or
the
would you do
wind-
Warpath?
And those
Both?
vehicles are big and chunky enough that you could still make them to transform. Like you'd be able to still put the pilots in them. Like it's.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a no.
Well, a lot of those are like a lot bigger than most of the Transformers.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a lot of room to do
Yeah.
stuff with.
Maybe
You
the-
could definitely do Warpath.
The Wind
'cause, I mean,
Raider.
the tanks are already all there. and-
Road
Yeah.
Ripper.
yeah.
Maybe it would be fun.
Castle Grayskull as
Yeah.
like Metroplex.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Land
That's
shark.
a good idea.
Land Shark could be, something.
Yeah.
Or like,
Or the G.I. Joe HQ could be a Metroplex style thing. I mean, that'd be huge. And
Snake
expensive,
Mountain
but-
Triptychon.
could it be? Yeah. I even just like maybe it'd be fun for us to just repaint. There's so many of them Joe vehicles in the store that his tank turn it into a G2 Megatron, like
Yeah.
that
So-
green and purple.
So then the Eternia playset would have to be Fort Max.
Oh yeah, so giant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be maybe it would. There's so many of them dang Joe vehicles.
Yeah.
you could totally repaint them into some Transformers or some He-Man guys.
I wish. Yeah. There's a pretty big missed opportunity there with the on the collector's market. I think, especially with all of the other stuff that they are already doing.
I know.
Yeah,
Like with everything that you've showed here and more, like, yeah. And I mean, I know Hasbro owns Kenner now, but they didn't own Kenner, 15 years ago when they started making that shit.
Well, yeah, I mean it is sad that it feels like G.I. Joe has the forgotten son.
I know.
It feels a little left out, a little bit. Now,
Well, part of that is
it's-
because they can't seem to figure out how to make decent advertisement for them.
that's true.
Because, I mean, well, the Masters of the Universe movie sucked, but it sucked in the 80s when the cartoon was still happening. And there wasn't a whole lot of Masters of the Universe stuff going on up until this recent stuff. I mean, there was the 2000 stuff, but that wasn't even super like widely publicized. What I had no idea it even existed.
I assume you're going to say we have good movies.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Transformers has all of the
You don't-
series and all the movies and all the comics
They've
and all
had
that stuff.
consistent stuff.
It's
out
been
the
super
entire
consistent
time.
and good, like actual good stuff. And even like the stuff for little kids is good. And, G.I. Joe had some stuff that happened in the early 2000s, but it wasn't that good.
So even in the 90s, when there wasn't a lot of stuff here, there was a lot of stuff happening in like Japan.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, I think you just touched on the thing that maybe they had been missing is the targeting children, younger kids.
Yeah.
He-Man, all these toys are so playful, especially this new CGI series. They're so kid-driven. It's so freaking cool. Transformers always seems to have a, not dumbed down, but, a simplified version of toy line that's directed towards kids. The cartoons
I mean,
have
Cyberverse
kids in it.
is definitely
Yeah.
where War for
G.I.
Cybertron's
Joe,
not as much.
like what non-toy thing is out in the world that's... I mean, I had noticed that, I know I don't love the new Snake Eyes movie, but the new Snake
haven't
Eyes
seen
toys... Oh, okay. I haven't either. I want to, but,
I haven't seen
the internet doesn't like
Well,
it.
it's hard.
They don't like anything.
They're war
The
toys,
internet-
and it's
yeah.
hard to promote towards children.
The internet doesn't
And-
love the internet doesn't love it as a G.I. Joe movie. Everyone that I have seen or read, heard, whatever that is posted about it in any of the toy groups have said it's a good movie. It's not really a good G.I. Joe movie. Like the movie itself is good, but it doesn't really make
And
sense.
I've seen they have toys that they're really trying to push towards kids,
yeah.
but the movie probably isn't.
No.
Ghostbusters, great
None of the
toys,
movies were, and the
driven
movies
towards
were
kids. Pokemon, your Turtles.
I mean, like
You're-
Transformers, Motu, and stuff. Like they're not people,
Yeah,
even
that's
though
true.
like there's a lot of fighting and stuff.
It's a fantasy
like-
world.
Yeah. G.I. Joe
Shows
is
based.
people,
Yeah.
Kinda.
and so I think there's actually like laws and stuff about
Sure. But
pushing that towards
No idea.
children.
but on the other hand, like
I mean, the stuff that they are putting out is in the toy section.
Yeah.
I am encouraged that it almost feels like maybe O-Ring's coming back.
I hope so.
Like
for
that's-
God's sake. And
Maybe
the
there's hope.
price point is a little harsh because they're
Yeah.
$20 a figure is,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe they're not going to be that. This could just be that because it's got special packaging and it's $40 for on Hasbro Pulse for the two figures for Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, but it does have some pretty good packaging
That's
and
cool.
then like a collector's package that they come in together. So some of the cost is in there, but I think $10 to $15 at least, just be the same price as the retro figures at least, which I still think they're a little too much just because the quality is terrible. Yeah, I'm hoping.
Yeah. Well, all right, crossovers. If we missed anything, be sure to let us know. Leave us comments.
Sure we did.
I'm positive we did. But right now, let's take a quick little break. Let's hear from our podcast network, the PFPN.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
All right, we are back. Elgin's up front. He's driving us onto a store tour.
All right, today's store we're going to is called Back in Time Comics and Toys. It's at 1170 West Kansas Street, Suite S in Liberty, Missouri, which is a northern suburb of Kansas City. We've been to Kansas City several times on tour, and we usually stay with Jason Shadnick's, a cousin of ours. And he usually gets us, tons of food, including Lamar's Donuts, barbecue, and just great guy, and we can always
Shiny
crash at
dicks.
his always
It
crash at
actually
his house.
popped up on my Facebook memories
Yeah.
like a couple days ago.
Yeah. But yeah, it has comics, obviously, but also Motu, DC, Marvel, Turtles, Star Wars, Thundercats, pretty much everything to kind of go through. And
Love it.
even on the bathroom door, it has He-Man for the men, and I think probably She-Ra for the
Nice.
women and stuff.
That's
So,
cute.
but yeah, lots of loose stuff. Looks like it's be a place to like kind of
Love it loose.
paw through and just like kind of.
So when we
You know,
eventually
going
make
there.
our way down to Bolivar to Peddler's Post, that'll be a
Swinging
stop on the
over.
way.
Yeah, because it's really on the northeast corner.
Closer to us.
Yeah, in Kansas City. It is a suburb, but it's that very north
Yeah.
corner there. So in Liberty, Missouri, at 1170 West Kansas Street, Suite S. Back in Time Comics.
I love it. All right, Corey, it's your turn. We're going to be talking toys.
Okay. What were we talking about this week?
Toys.
Toys, crossovers.
Oh, crossovers. That's
things.
right.
Different
Well,
toys.
as far as the listeners'
There weren't a lot of comments.
answers to our questions, I'm gonna go ahead and start here on the Instagrams. Horror Cave podcast.
Ooh.
Horror,
Oh.
not whore.
Ooh.
Horror Cave.
Hear what I want.
Oh, maybe it's a choice. Horror or cave? Horror Cave podcast. Turtles did some cool crossovers. The Universal Monster ones are pretty great. And it looks like NECA are bringing them back. At least they are doing Frankenstein's Monster and Igor. I'm pretty sure we just...
Igor,
Yep.
I think.
Thank you, Froderick. Did you talk about that a little? You talked about that a little bit.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I don't pay attention to anybody else when they're talking.
It's obvious.
Is that Scouse or Scoose? The Scouse collector? Scouse collector?
Scouse collector.
So many to choose from. Emoji.
He didn't even pick one.
He didn't elaborate.
No.
That's fine.
Oh no, I'm sorry. So many to choose. There were 2 so's.
Oh, that's a lot.
2 so's and 3 emojis.
That's a lot more.
Mr. Toy World, favorite crossovers, Transformers and G.I. Joe. As we said, just wish that there were more actual toys instead of just the exclusive stuff. But it'd be so expensive to produce that stuff. That's probably one of the main reasons that it hasn't happened, is because of how expensive it would be to do that. And then
there'd be a market.
There would, yeah. It's sitting right here.
Yeah.
3 of the 4 of us would buy all of those things.
Ethan would buy one too. So
He would.
Yeah, so for 3.5 of the 4 of us. My best friend, Brian Clark, says to promote Shin Godzilla, which was created by the same team as Neon Genesis Evangelion. He gets he always kind of goes into a little bit of history stuff with his answers. He can't get to the fucking point.
And he might just be making it up for all we know.
He could be.
I know Shin Godzilla exists.
it's a great movie. Great movie.
Yeah, no, Godzilla definitely had shins, which was created by the same team as Neon Genesis Evangelion. A whole slew of crossover merchandise was released, including a Godzilla vs. Evangelion ride that put the audience in an EVA cockpit battling Godzilla and King Ghidorah. Is that how you say it? King Ghidorah. My favorite of the lot were a pair of Mecha Godzilla figures done in the paint schemes of EVA Unit 1 and Unit 2. That's what Brian Clark had to say.
I don't know what any of that meant.
That was a lot of stuff.
Okay, so
Thank you, Brian.
I'm sure it was cool.
You want me to reread it?
No.
I can explain each word one at a time.
I mean, I understood the words.
I
just
do
don't know what
speak
they are.
English.
Don't put them together. I don't know.
Evangelion. Is that how you say Evangelion? I think that's how that's supposed to be saying.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
I think it's a hard G.
Evangelion. Is it a hard A
B.
to Evangelion?
Keep trying.
Sure.
Neon Genesis would have made the Bible way more fun. That's it.
Is that an Arcade Fire album?
It might be. Yeah, it might be.
That's it.
That's it. That's it for Talking
All
Toys.
right.
Thanks.
Thanks, everyone, for leaving comments. It's so good to hear from you. And again, if you thought we missed anything, which we know we did, except for Brian, let us know.
Except for Brian, what?
To let us know.
Yeah, Brian, don't let us know.
We've heard enough, Brian. We've heard enough.
We already read your comment.
You see, they're on my team. You son of a bitch.
I love Brian.
Do ya?
I do. That guy's awesome.
Yeah, is he another notch on your belt?
So that's it, guys. We're done for today. We got this episode in the bag. That was really fun, huh? Crossovers.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. The end.
The end. All right, I pushed the button. We're gonna go soon.
Later.
Smitty's got to go to work. Playing with his toys. Thanks everyone for listening. We'll see you next
Later.
time. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.